right, and we begin again at the top of the initiative order. You guys are on a boat surrounded by dead bodies, and the archers on the southern bank are still shooting away at you while you have dealt with the majority of archers on the north bank, and the dagger-wielding ambushers who crawled onto the boat. There is now a larger knight who is also on the boat, but now surrounded. Yeah. So let's see. On the shore, let's see, are there any... Alright, so there's one more archer who is next to Galahadrin, who's going to take a knife stab at Galahadrin. That hits.
It meets.
Oh, it meets. Well, yeah, which hits.
Oh.
So that is 5 damage and disadvantage on your next attack. This one, who is just a step away, is going to shoot at this weird thing that it thinks is a dog that's nearby, and it's going to miss. And then, as you can see, I got my modules working again. I don't know why. And then at the bottom, the archers are going to shoot at one at Alina, one at Alunia's duplicate. So, Alina, you take the crit, and I don't know if that hits your duplicate and kills it. Vagabond? Oh, she died. She died. And then the other
did hit her
two
with an arrow.
is Phelan, rules wise, is your construct a creature? Does it have AC and hit points?
Oh yes.
Okay, so one's going to shoot at the construct. Nope. And the other one's going to shoot at you. Yeah.
Missed and did less. Well, I'm gonna say did less damage, but
Okay, so I have this effect that's on the knight, which means that somebody debuffed him. I assume that it's Thur. What did he get debuffed by?
If he attacks anyone other than me, it's a minus d6 to the attack roll.
Okay, so he's going to take a swing at you first, but it's going to be with disadvantage, I believe.
That's right, because I'm dodging. That will miss.
And then, seeing that you are a bit slippery, he is then going to turn to Phelan, who looks easier to hit, and he is going to roll to attack on Phelan, and that's even without the d6, it's going to miss. Oh yeah, that's a 10. Phelan, I assume you have more than 10 AC.
I do indeed.
Alright. Phelan, it is now your turn.
Yes. Let us simply blast him. Although I'm not yeah, we'll just blast him. We'll deal with rules later.
Why did I just take a -6?
Well, you were gone, or you weren't talking. You got hit by that crit with the bow.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And then your construct got a 17 to AC and a 3 damage. Your echo.
Oh, it's coming. Yeah, sorry. There are people in my home, and I get very... It's very loud.
Thur, what happened to Abel?
What do you mean he's right there?
I don't see him.
Oh, he disappeared for some reason.
You put invisible on him last time to denote that he was dodging.
Yes, but I could see him. And for some reason because I was clicking on the echo. Oh, okay. Invisible actually removes him from everybody else's. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, that's... we'll have to
So
change which one we use to mark him then.
Yep. So Phelan, you did a blast. It's a ranged thing, and you're making a ranged attack. And is it a melee attack? Thing? Well, yeah, you're gonna miss anyways, but yeah.
Yeah, it is a ranged spell attack. Yeah.
Okay, so it would have been with disadvantage. So
yeah.
Okay. So that misses. Do you have a bonus action?
I'm trying to figure out if project item is no, it is one action. Or it's a full action. So no, I'm all set.
Okay. You can't make an attack with it as a bonus?
No.
Okay. Probably not if it's
not without side points.
Gotcha. All right, Galahadrin, you are up. There is one more archer who's just stabbed you with a dagger.
That's not what archers are supposed to do. I'm going to Misty Step over here.
All right.
And that guy with the knife takes 5 damage of fire.
Is it targets you can choose or all targets?
The
What's
targets I choose that are
Okay.
next to me.
All right.
So he takes 5, and I will attempt to hit him with disadvantage. Hold on.
Okay. You can also, I redid the thing so you can hit the minus thing on that. But
Oh.
either way, both of those still hit, and they kill him.
Perfect. And then I will walk.
So you. Oh wait. Are you still trying to not kill them, or are you aiming to kill?
Well, yes, if I hit them with my sword, it's supposed to be non-lethal, but I sort of imagine that these are already dead. They seem already dead.
Make a perception or an insight check.
All right. Let's see. Do perception.
Yeah, from just the amount of combat you've had with them, yeah, you can look and see if these guys are actually dead. So if you're not holding back the blows, it will kill this sort of undead gentleman.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's already dead. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess I hold back a little, but he's already gone. You know?
I mean, yeah, well, I mean, mechanical difference of lethal versus non-lethal damage still applies to undead.
Okay,
So,
well, it's non-lethal. Give that man a special skull.
okay, if you were hitting him non-lethally, he's still going to stand and not seem to care.
What? Oh no, I have to live with my choices?
Yeah. If you're
I
trying to
guess.
non-lethally kill the undead, then it's not going to care.
All right, I did. I have to stick with it. I tried to bonk him unconscious.
Yeah, and he just. Yeah. All right.
Well,
Anything else?
I wanted to duel the big one, but I guess I'll stay here.
Okay. He is going to take a swing at you. Nope. That's the
I
only one of him
sadly
left.
parry.
All right. Marrow. Dirt is by one enemy.
Is there a reason why there's like no boat background? It's just gray squares.
Is anybody else having that issue?
Nope.
Okay. It's fine. I'll reload after my turn.
Can you see the tokens at least?
Yeah.
Okay. +1, so a total of 3. Because you're by one enemy. Or Dirt's by one enemy.
Okay. We're gonna go with a heal. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, crunches them.
So I only heal for healing heals for 2. Right?
Yes.
Okay. And then my next question is, I know the water impedes my movement. If I jump off the cliff, how far can I get before I land in the water and it impedes? What's my horizontal vertical? Whatever you
Yeah,
call it.
this is
Sorry.
one of the things I don't like about 5th edition. I need to look up the formula.
Before you get too deep into it, there is still an archer here.
Yeah, I can handle that.
Oh,
There,
okay.
yeah, she, jump, movement.
They just blend in is all. So
Oh, well, I can see them because there's no background. It's just gray squares, so I
Yeah.
can see every token.
oh, very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
You can see them because of your special eyes. Your hunter
Yeah.
senses.
I've got the special sleepy eyes.
It's actually just like that, like gray monotone of dogs, but it's gone past that.
Yeah.
You can no longer see landscape. It's only enemies.
I took dogs can't see color to like its true meaning.
Oh, this is actually easier to go on to. I hate jump rules in 5e.
Well, sorry.
No
I was
worries.
just
When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot before you make the jump. Dirt's movement is 16. So, or what's your strength is 20?
Mara's. Hold on. Right, strength is 20.
You would, yeah, you could just make it to the end of the boat. Yeah.
Okay, I want
You're-
Mara to get onto the boat, and then that's my action, or is that my movement?
That's your movement to make that jump.
Okay. Can you move me to where she could get to?
Actually, make an athletic score because you don't have the. You could get there. And that'd be your movement without dashing. It'd be your movement without dashing and without using zoomies, if you wanted to use zoomies.
We'll do that next turn. This is at the edge of the boat where?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, so I still have an attack roll, right?
Yeah, that's just your movement.
Okay.
That hits, and that's going to kill that one.
Okay.
You scrunch down, and there's a soft squish as just it's
Ooh.
the body underneath just it's soggy and it's water slogged. It's not great.
They're just gonna move on just enough to be in range for the next attack.
Okay. All right. Awesome, Abel.
I'm going to dodge and distract the ambush knight again. So that's my action. Yeah, and I just feel like, nice of you to rejoin the party. And then pass to Ailina.
All right.
All right. What?
Sorry.
Sorry. Beep. And then
Okay, sorry about that. I am back. Glaive. Yep, that'll hit. Anything else?
no. I'm not actually doing this. I forgot to click it last week. So that is just me expending it for my own record keeping over here.
Okay. Does that come back on a long rest or a short rest? Oh, you guys had a long rest actually. Like you were able to long rest on the boat.
I asked you last week, and you said no. You
Oh
only
no.
got
Okay.
a short
All right.
rest.
Short rest then.
Because I would have done cool things. I could have just healed Galahadrin last week.
All right. Well. Oh well.
Um,
All right. Archers. The one next to Dirt is gonna try its best to stab Dirt. Nope. And then the ones down here, we're gonna get one at Alina. One at Phelan's construct.
That will hit it.
wow.
One at the Echo. And then one at Abel's dodging, so it's going to shoot at Phelan himself.
Wait,
That will also hit me.
as a reaction, I'd like to make that bow attack with make it with disadvantage.
That will not.
Right.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the arrow heads towards your face, and then a Galahadron shield slaps it out of the air.
Thank you.
All right. The knight, once again distracted by Abel, is going to just placidly, but you can feel sort of a sense of anger radiating off of it, and it's going to swing at Abel.
Well, the 20 hits, but the 6 doesn't.
Yep. All right, failing.
Yeah.
Did your construct take the 5 damage from the bow?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly how much damage he can take. I think he has my intelligence plus my level,
Okay.
which I think would make it 8, so he's still standing.
Alright.
I will have him attack though, and I think it's just a melee spell attack. Yeah, it's just a melee spell attack. So we'll use any melee spell attack, or any spell attack. 18 and 2 damage,
Yep, 18 will hit.
and a wicked 2 damage.
Oh, it's yeah.
That's my turn.
All right, Galahadron.
Well-
Mara has crushed the zombie that you had hesitated in striking down.
Well, great work. I'll go over here, and I will begin my glorious duel with this guy. This knight.
Phelan, it looks like the construct only has hit points if you choose it to be a solid object with solidify.
Right. I also have boundless imagination. When
so
you,
you
at
can
first
just
level,
always solidify it? Okay.
vivid existence, your astral construct fully materializes and automatically uses solidify at the start of your turn.
Okay, cool. That will miss Galahadron.
Oh.
So he parries it with his. You swing out at him and he parries.
His hit points
your
were
sword.
exactly what I thought it was. Cool.
Good.
Int plus Scion level.
I will need to make a token for that. So. Okay. Anything else, Galahadron?
No, that's all.
All right. Oh, they're all gone. They're all dead. Marrow.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
It is your turn.
There we go. Finally loaded. Okay. Let's roll for dirt. The knight's still standing.
Yep.
So the next question is, how far can dirt get?
Dirt has. So I actually added a new module. If you go to drag your token, you can see. Just drag the token, not the ruler, but yeah. And the green is how much you can get just with your regular movement. The yellow is how far you can get for dashing. And then, Thur, what was the thing for set a waypoint? Space or?
Yeah, that's what it was for me.
So if you, while you're dragging it, if you click space, it should create a waypoint, and then you can like turn it.
Ah, okay. Whoa. Okay.
And if you want to cancel it, you need to hit escape. So
we're not doing that. Alright.
But dirt is not as strong as you, so they can only jump 3 squares.
Yeah. He's gonna bite.
That is going to miss.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Once I use zoomies, I can't move the next turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. How far could I? Okay. So why? Oh, because it counts it as having used my movement when I messed up. Well, that's all right. So 25. And then it's what, 10? So that's 35. So that's my regular movement.
There's 35.
I'm swimming.
So you can get one more with well, if you're jumping, are you jumping and using zoomies, or are you doubling your speed?
Actually, I was gonna jump off the edge of the boat.
Yeah, but are you
No, I'm
using
just
your...
using. Well, actually, I can dash, right?
Yes.
Because I won't be able to get there.
Yeah, you can
Otherwise,
just
I'm just sitting out here.
use a regular dash, and between the jump and just the running, you can get like here. This is a cliff is the problem, so you can't get up the cliff, but you can get to like
But I
here.
can run this way, right? Am I protected down here at the bottom of the cliff?
They would need to lean down and shoot at you, but you wouldn't be any more exposed than you would be on the boat. So you can get there.
Okay, we're just gonna get here. I'm just next time I can get in position to attack them. I'm just wondering if this actually provides any cover, any relative form of cover, or not.
They would need, if they wanted to shoot you, they could lean down because they have the high ground. They could get to the edge of the cliff and shoot down at you, but you'd also be drawing fire away from everybody else on the boat. So.
Okay. That's where she's at. Okay. And that's where we're ending, I guess, because that was my whole turn. Okay.
Okay. Abel.
Let's see. It's 60 feet. I think I'm gonna dodge again, and I'm gonna give Marrow the urgent orders to get up in their grill. So Marrow is gonna get 5 temporary hit points, and you can use your reaction to move up to your speed. Yeah, up to your speed. So if you want to get up into melee range with those archers, you could do that now. Oh, do I have to?
Okay.
Am I too far away?
How far do I? I
am too far away.
I know.
Well, I rolled it. And I did dodge, so I guess I'm gonna walk over here and provoke. So go ahead and roll with disadvantage. They've got him. I can do this. So come over here. Go ahead and roll. If he is gonna take an attack of opportunity on me. Am I coming through?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
I can hear
No,
you.
I was muted and I was trying to figure out why the knight token wasn't working.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool. So he misses. And yeah, so you get the temporary hit points and you can move up to them. Cool. That's me.
All right. Alina.
All right. Oh, do. Boo, ba doo, boo, boo. Please hit the button. Oof.
That misses.
That's alright. I'm gonna unleash incarnation. I should press that before. And then I'm gonna boop. Too many buttons. That also misses. Fuck!
I will say you're flanking him, but it still misses even with the flanking bonus. All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. The archer. The one archer next to Dirt. Nope. This other archer next to Marrow now that Marrow's in its face. Nope. This other archer who is close to Marrow is going to fire at Marrow. Nope. The other archer is going to fire at Abel, who got a bit closer. Nope. And the last archer is still going to shoot at Alina. That's
Oh
it.
wait, I'd like to make that use my reaction to make that one do it with disadvantage.
15, I believe, misses. All right. It's the knight's turn. The knight is going to see. It's going to look around to see which is weakest. It sees that Galahadron is protecting everybody else, so it's going to swing at Galahadron.
Does that still get the -6?
From
The command thing?
Abel didn't do that.
Who did
Abel
that?
left.
Okay, alright, that hits.
And then is going to reach out to Phelan with its hand and try to drain Phelan's life.
I mean, yeah, that'll hit me.
And it sucks away a little bit of your vitality.
Gross.
All right, Phelan.
That
You
was
take 8 damage and you're up.
10. Excellent. Delightful. See what we have. Not much. I have one psi point left. So we're going to hit him with a lightning tendril. Can I just cast this? How do I just cast this? From my spellbook.
Should just be able to click on the icon in the spellbook. When you mouse over, it turns into a d20.
You have no available spell slots for which to. Yeah, that's because I'm using a psi point. Just cast
Unclick.
spell.
Yeah, unclick the consume spell slot thing when you go to cast it.
I don't see a consume spell slot thing.
Here, there you go.
Thanks.
Crackling beam.
For the duration
As
of
an
the spell,
action, you can direct it.
for
Is
the
it not an
creature
attack
within
roll?
range. To that creature. That. That has to be an attack roll. Evocation, one action.
Oh, it costs a spell slot, but it just no. For the duration of the spell, as an action, you can direct them towards a creature within range. You just automatically deal 1d12 damage a turn.
Hey, that doesn't suck.
Yeah. Zzz. All right. It is concentration though.
That's fine.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Galahadron.
I will hit this knight with my sword.
That hits. As you are flanking. Anything else?
No.
All right, Marrow.
Mm-hmm. And Dirt's gonna hit to heal.
That is just gonna miss.
Oh wow. Okay. And then she's gonna attack.
Oh yeah, that hits. All right.
And that's it.
Anything else? All right, Abel.
I am going to dodge again, and then I'm going to point at the knight, and I'm going to yell, "Bring him down!" So the next person that hits him is going to get a d6 hit points back, and will deal that much extra damage.
Okay. Also, per our discussion for this game, do you get to choose who procs vet, or does the player get to choose whether they want to proc it or not?
The exact wording of the ability is they can add the leadership dice to the damage roll, so the person
Okay.
who is hitting decides whether or not they take it.
Okay, cool. I just want to be clear on that. All right. Anything else?
That's my action, so
All right, Alina.
Yay. What?
That hits.
Are you
Man.
choosing to get the D6 healing?
I think Galahadra needs it more than I do. I have second wind.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna proc it.
Okay.
But I am gonna do my final.
Oh yeah. They are looking rough. Their armor is breaking. Anything else?
No.
All right, the archer. We're gonna stab Dirt. Gonna stab Marrow. Gonna shoot at Marrow. Gonna shoot at Abel. And we're gonna shoot at Alina.
I'm dodging, so
Oh, you're dodging? Okay.
okay, that misses. Yeah, I if I dodge, I get a free leadership die. So that's
Oh
why
yeah.
I'm
No, I
dodging.
remember. I just forget because I'm going through just rolling all the mass attacks. All right. Whoever was hit by the let's see, Marrow. I think it missed you, but it hit Dirt. Dirt will have disadvantage on their next attack. The knight is going to see the lightning crackling and just burning them from Phelan. Is going to focus their efforts on Phelan.
And yeah, that'll do it.
Could
Are
well
you using your
actually
reaction?
well I'm thinking about saving it for his vitality drain, but I'm worried
Okay.
if I do that then he
Get up.
won't hit on the vitality drain. But
Yep.
you can
That's why
take
I'm waiting to
4.
roll Vitality Drain.
I'll wait for vitality drain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that one gets disadvantage.
That will not miss. That will not hit.
That was the right call.
Thank you. That would have killed me.
All right,
He'll
Phelan.
Well, dropped
slap
me.
his draining hand right down.
Oh. Okay. Sorry,
Mhm.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah. No.
On this, the actual spell says it makes a signature attack with advantage,
Mhm.
but it didn't roll
Oh.
twice.
Oh, you because the attack that's not factored in. You have to manually do the advantage.
Okay, so I just press.
The plus?
Well, it doesn't matter anyway, cause it.
No,
Okay.
and a 14 hits.
Oh. Okay.
So it would have taken 7 damage, and you would have healed for 2.
Okay.
Like I
I'll
said, you
press
just
that.
barely missed.
Sorry, I was reading through and I just saw that.
Yeah, there you go. It's good to know. Now you'll hopefully remember. Phelan, you have lightning crackling from you to the night, and you are severely injured.
Yeah, let's disengage.
Okay.
It's time to just move. And we will go there.
Anything else?
No. That is more than sufficient for the kid.
All right, Galahadran.
I'm going to hit him with my sword.
That hits.
Perfect.
You should trigger my extra damage.
Oh boy. All right, I'll do that.
Okay. You
And
heal
I-
for 6 and he takes an extra 6.
Yes.
Okay, so Galahadran, you need to answer me this because he's getting low.
Yeah.
Are you still pulling your punches against
I'm
these
not pulling
undead?
my punches. I've learned a lesson.
So everybody
I'm
sees
bonking with full force.
everyone sees Galahadran strike out and hit the this knight in the shoulder, in between where the head and the like breastplate is, and the head just snaps just a full like 90 degrees and just falls almost on its chest. It's hanging on by a few ligaments, but the
Ooh.
knight falls over.
Ooh.
Ooh.
A nasty.
All right, Marrow.
Okay. Sorry. Lost the menuing. They're going to. Hello? Okay. Let's try this again.
Oh yeah, that hits. It is dead.
Okay. And then okay, here's my question. since Dirt is a summonable companion, can I summon him next to me here?
So, in the rules of the class you are using, he is not actually a summonable companion.
Okay.
That
Okay.
is the flavor thing you requested, and we accommodated as much we could. But you cannot teleport your companion. That's a
Okay.
difference between a beast heart and like a wizard.
Okay, that's just my question.
Yep.
Okay, so what were the rules for jumping again?
You can if you move at least 2 spaces, Dirt can jump 3 spaces.
So I can do
So
15
then from
feet.
there, yeah,
and
you
then...
could, and then you need to swim. But he has enough swim speed where you could do 15, and then 25, 35, and then 40, 45, 50. You could get to there.
Okay, so this is on a normal...
That's just on normal move.
Okay,
'Cause
and that's all he has.
Dirt's
'cause he doesn't
fucking
have
fast. Yeah.
Because he doesn't have zoomies.
No.
Okay. Alright, wait. And then that guy's dead, so there's nothing on the boat to do. It's just archers now. Okay, and then Marrow is just gonna attack.
That's gonna miss.
Okay.
Alright, Abel.
That's it.
Okay. I'm gonna keep. The boat's clear now, right?
The boat is full of corpses, but no standing
No more,
enemies.
no more moving corpses.
No more moving corpses.
I'm gonna point at the archer next to Marrow and be like, "Get him!" and put a rallying mark on him as I'm dodging. I guess ducking behind the crates.
Okay. Alright, anything else?
That's it.
Alright, Alina.
All right, I'm going to. I saw my wings, so I am going to 5, and then 20. Fly to here. I use my bonus action. Beep.
Alright.
And then that's the end of my turn.
Okay. The archer, one is going to stab at the Echo. One is going to stab at Marrow. One is going to shoot at Marrow. And one is going to shoot at Alina. Alright, Phelan.
Yeah. Now we can just sort of blast from a distance. We will just hit. Okay. That one.
Okay.
Can you see which one? Yeah,
Yep.
perfect. We'll hit that one with just the force. That's yeah, because they all seem undead. And that will miss. Almost assuredly.
Yeah, that would. And you still have lightning tendril going, but it's a 20-foot range. So.
Yeah. I'm not getting any closer.
Alright, Galahadran.
Well, I have to get over there. Let's see. If I'm dashing, could I make this jump?
You can jump 3 squares because your strength is 16. So from here you could do 1, 2, 3, and then that would put you in enough of the shallows where, like, this is a beach. Like this isn't like a cliff like the other one. So if you're dashing, yeah, you can make it there. You'd have 5 feet of difficult move of space. So yeah, that'd do it.
Perfect. Was it exactly it?
Yep.
I didn't count.
Yep. It said 55. That's probably even one more, but oh well. That's
All right,
fine.
that's what I'm dashing. Yep.
Okay. Marrow.
Okay. What? Okay, I wasn't
You
trying to
deleted
avoid
your
someone.
token. There you go.
There we go. Thank God for Control Z. Okay. Um.
You don't get the +1 because Dirt's not by any enemies.
Okay. Yeah, I realize that now. 4. Okay. So if I move, hold on. Here. Speed. Like 50. And then if he jumps, I can make 3 squares, right?
Yep.
He's there. And I don't think I have anything.
I think you've got one more square of regular movement, and then you would need to dash. And if you dash, you can get up to any of these people.
But then I won't be able to attack.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because.
You don't have a ranged attack anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
Dirt can climb up the wall.
Okay.
Climbing is half speed. You can get within range of any of
Okay.
these people.
So he's there. So now, is this flanking? Is this flanking?
Either of those are flanking. As long as he's adjacent to the enemy and not next to you, that's flanking.
Okay. So now Mero has, and don't I have I have advantage.
Flanking
Does the
gives
mark make me take advantage, or does?
No.
Okay. What does the mark do?
So the mark, if you hit, deals extra damage and heals you, and
Oh,
flanking
okay.
reduces their AC by -2.
Okay. All right. She's just going to attack.
Nope.
Do I still have disadvantage on my rolls? How long does that last?
Until the end of turn. So, but you missed anyways.
Because this is the second time.
But they didn't hit you last turn. They missed.
Okay, I have already had one attack have disadvantage. Does it go for 2 rounds?
No, it's just until the start of the archer's next turn. So when they hit you with a knife until the archer's next turn, you have disadvantage on attack. So that's you didn't get hit last turn, so this one you just roll straight.
Okay, it's just still in there as being at disadvantage.
It shouldn't.
Oh no, it was a natural 1.
Yeah,
Okay,
you just
why.
okay.
Sucked. Sorry, I thought that it was like showing that. No, last time I rolled a 1 too. Okay.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
you just fucking suck.
I just failed miserably twice in a row.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay,
Lifted.
I understand now. I was
Okay.
like, damn, why is it still red? Okay.
Abel. Abel?
Wait, doesn't... Oh, and Dirt can't attack. Okay, I guess my mark...
And Dirt, yeah, Dirt dashed.
I guess my mark went to waste then.
Nope. Well, nobody else did any hitting, so.
Well, it went to waste because I critically failed.
Yeah.
I didn't make the hit.
I'm definitely going to be dodging and shouting at somebody from the boat. I'm just trying to decide who.
A good pastime.
Galahadron, you still have temporary hit points?
No.
Oh, okay. I think I'm going to cheer for Galahadron and just be like,
Yeah, they do. They do. They still have 5. They're on your bar. I don't know where you got. Yeah, you haven't been hit since they gave you 10 hit points. So.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I'll shout to Eilina then, just be like, go get him! And you'll get 5 temporary hit points, and you can use a reaction to move up to your speed, or 30 feet, whichever is less.
5 temporary hit points. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Perfect.
Anything else?
That's me.
All right, Alina. You're up in their grill.
Beans. Yeah. Bink. Um, Oof.
Misses.
That's okay. I'm doing good. I have nothing else except for second wind. That's it for me.
Yep. I'm just waiting for the token HUD to. Oh, there we go. That's what's the issue is. Oh. Come on, buddy. All right. Well, I don't know why that's not doing anything. So we're gonna have one knife against Marrow, one knife against Alina, and then we're gonna have a bow against Dirt, and a bow against Galahadron. So it looks like 5 damage from Arrow, 5 damage for Alina, 3 damage to Dirt.
Yeah, I had something. Hold on. I get a signature attack against them
Okay.
because they hit me.
Oh yeah, because Dirt has the retaliatory thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay, so we
Actually, I was going to kill it. So everybody sees the archer stab Marrow, and then Dirt, seeing Marrow get hit, just leaps on the archer's back and just balls them and just crushes them under their weight. All right, Phelan.
Yeah, buddy. Oh Jesus, oh no, I can still get him. I can still reach him. No, he moved. That guy.
Nobody has moved.
Okay, that was the guy I originally attacked. And the same one. We'll go with force. As per usual. Jesus Christ.
All right, Galahadron.
I'm going to scramble up these rocks and
Oh.
hit this one with a sword.
That hits. It is just barely standing, just wobbling. Anything else?
I tell it to yield.
It stares at you blankly.
Hmm.
They've got full, face helmets. You can't see any eyes or anything beneath it, but the helmet's just staring at you as it drops its bow and pulls a dagger from its hip.
Hmm.
All right, Marrow.
okay. Fun. One. Okay. They're just gonna try to heal.
Oh yeah, that hits.
2. And the mare's just gonna attack.
That's gonna miss. Shame.
Damn. Would have been good.
Would have been very good. All right.
Yep.
All right, Mabel.
I think I'm going to not dodge this turn, and I'm gonna shout to Aelita, "Fuck him up good," and give you another attack.
What is the range on that?
Where is it? Come on. friendly creature that can see or hear you.
Oh, infinite range. Yeah. Alina can hear you. Okay. Anything else?
That's my action.
All right, Alina. You have 2 attacks.
Pink.
That hits.
Pink.
That also hits, and the archer falls.
Yeah, roll up the flanks. Roll up the flanks.
All right. The last 2 that are out, one of them is going to stab at Galahadron. One of them is going to stab at Marrow. Oh, Phelan.
Blast.
All right.
Christ.
Galahadron.
Move along.
I hit this one with my sword.
And it crumples. Oh, wait, no,
Yes.
not prone. Dead.
Dead. And then I'm going to move here to assist
All
my
right.
good friend Marrow.
Marrow.
Okay. Um. Nope.
That misses.
Never.
Oh, yeah. That just... You crumble the last one, and as you
Yay.
guys sort of stand on this bank surrounded by these broken, fallen bodies, you kind of catch your breath. Abel, what is your passive perception? You hear a creak behind you as a door sort of opens up, and the head of the captain sort of pokes out of the little cabin that he had been sleeping in and hiding, and he looks up and is like, are they gone? Are they? Oh, they got Rick. Oh, shame.
You know these people?
I have no idea. There's never
I
been
believe
attacked like
Rick
this.
was one of his crew.
Yeah, he was the co-captain from a night shift.
Yeah, no, I know who this person that is. I mean, all these other people.
No, I've never been attacked by bandits on this route. Usually your family keeps it pretty safe.
Yeah.
We're pretty far away from enemy lines. We're on, bountiful trade. There's no gnolls or anything.
Uh,
We're far enough away from the forest. There's no goblins.
I'm gonna inspect the corpse next to me, like pull back its hood, see if there's any identifying marks, go through their pockets, I guess, for spare
Yeah.
change.
Go ahead and make an investigation. And anybody else who is doing so might as well.
Ooh.
No need.
No need. Okay, so the first thing is, as everybody collectively is inspecting them, that little barrel right there is like the treasure sort of pile between them. Uh, Abel, you specifically, as you go over to like the knights and stuff, you pull back the hoods, and their armor has the crest of Colmar in general, but specifically House Seabreeze.
Oh, lovely. Seabreeze is apparently now all undead. They're out for revenge, I guess. How do I loot this thing?
Should be able to double click on it.
There we go. Okay. Wow.
So amongst them, mainly what you find, the metal scraps and the leather scraps are the armor that they are wearing is old, poorly maintained, and additionally thrashed by all that you guys have done to them. So if you want to, you may collect a lot of the like scraps and stuff that are on them for whatever reason. They purposely, they appointedly have no money, have no other valuables. They are definitely various flavors of undead. The archers, I assume that you're like going from bank to bank and everybody's searching through. They have poisonous ingredients on them that their arrows are coated with that are going to be dry before the next day. But they also have some components that you, as an alchemist, are able to salvage as poisonous reagents.
Excellent. Well, I guess I'll take the reagents if nobody minds, since I can make use of those. I can make so many potions of poisons, guys. And then the metal and leather and fletching scraps. Let's see, I think. Do I need metal scraps for. No. I don't think I need
And
those.
this is all the scraps are things that could fit in the bag of holding.
Sure. Nobody else here is a crafter, right?
Alina is a blacksmith.
You're a
Oh, I
I
am a
blacksmith.
forget.
blacksmith.
Could you do something with the metal scraps, probably, and maybe the leather?
Absolutely. I'll take them.
Let me take a look. Can you make ingots out of scraps?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Cool. Simple weapons, martial weapons. Okay, yeah, so 20 metal scraps becomes an ingot. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Or wait,
And I.
is that...
Hmm?
No, you need ore to make ingots.
No,
I
you can
read
also
this
do scraps
backwards.
for ingots. No, you can also do scraps for ingots.
Okay. Yeah, I assume you can convert them back and forth from ingots to scraps and back again.
Yeah. It is. Miscellaneous gear, tools, firearms. Components and materials. Yeah, you can convert them back and forth. So.
Okay. Well, start collecting metal, I guess, so you can forge yourself some armor.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so you go ahead and take the metal scraps.
Uh,
Do we need
and,
leather scraps for anything?
and I will also save it for the crit on the investigation check. Even you would notice, and you can point this out to everybody else. The two knights, in addition to their armor like being worn down, their swords as well are just like garbage. But they are still radiating faint magical traces, but enough that you would notice it, and then you could point it out to the rest of the party.
Hmm.
And if somebody wants to make an Arcana check to harvest those, need one for each.
All right, who's got the best arcana? I have a +1.
That I think I am passable at. Then again, I have +3 because I have intelligence, but I can give it a shot.
Okay, that's one.
I want to do both of them.
Yep, I assume unless somebody else has a better than
Yeah.
+4. Okay. So one of them, you go to harvest from, and it just crumbles and is wasted. The other, so gonna delete that one. So this one, I'm gonna move it next to you, Phelan. So if you double click on it,
Double click on.
the skull next to your token. Is that's how you open it, right, Thur? Is you double click on the token?
Yeah.
I don't know what I just did there. That's kind of cool. Anyway.
I think you targeted it.
What does a carapace shield do? We have a carapace.
I am not able to double click and open anything.
It hates you again.
Unless
Does that
that's
work?
the guy I was supposed to.
Can you guys see that now?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, or Phelan is able to pull out a sort of common divine essence from this zombie to be sort of physically stored and carried and used and whatever.
I think I can actually use that, maybe. Let me look. For a potion of heroism, if we get a whole bunch of other reagents. Let's see. Nope. It's primal. Yeah, that's not going to be.
So as you guys are rooting through those, the captain is just gonna like try his best to pull the arrow out of the co-captain's neck and like set him to rest and stuff.
Yeah, put a blanket over him.
Yeah, put a blanket over him. It's like, he's a good lad. All right, well, let's see what's going on here. It's like, the fuckers. And he pulls out a knife and he starts cutting at something just over the edge of the ship. And he's like, "Hey, they put a net across the river that snagged the front of the boat. Take me a few minutes to cut through this. But once we get that cut, we should be able to keep on flowing downstream. If you can see the ends on the other shores, it'd make my day a bit easier."
All right, we should go look for that.
Yeah. If you guys look, you can just see they tied just like a long net from one tree to another tree on the other side, and just like caught the boat in the water.
Okay. Does blacksmithing ever use divine essences for something?
My guy is so there's just a net tied to a tree.
Yeah, there's like a big volleyball net basically
Oh, I think
in front of the boat, just like snagging it.
I can have my guy jump across or port across and cut lines.
Oh yeah, it doesn't take too long. But he was like, "All right, make sure to finish your business with whatever those bandits were and get back on the boat. And as soon as this net's cut, we'll just start floating downstream again."
I think we can add this to the list of heroic deeds.
I think we
so.
should. I think we absolutely should. Okay. So once we get cut, we're on the float.
Yep. Is there anything you guys want to do before they're cut? After you've sort of looted the bodies and like, what are you doing with the rest of them? Because are you putting them all in the boat? Are you burying them? Are you
they
just throwing
sink,
them
right?
into the water?
We shouldn't throw corpses in the river. People drink out of this river, and
That's a mistake.
we should probably put them on the boat, so they can be disposed of properly when we get to the next town, like in a graveyard. Also, should I just take these scraps and hand them?
Somebody can take them too.
Yeah.
Like everybody else has access to the barrel if they want to take
I'm
them.
just gonna take them, and then I'm gonna.
I need to make you guys. I had forgot to enable in module that gives you guys like a bag of holding thing. So just keep that on your character sheet until I get that going.
I'd like to request a trade with Vagabond,
Woo!
and I will just hand you the metal scraps, and I guess I'll hold on to the leather.
Do you want the divine essence? Because I have one.
Oh, did you just pick it up?
Yeah. Beep.
Okay, so you're taking what remains of the remains. Some of them are just like piles of broken bones. The archers, and this is something that Alina from actually, Alina, if you can make a history roll for me, you're gonna know the basics, but let me see how much you know.
I would love to. Maybe.
Yeah, you would know that typically, like, the more frontline soldiers or zombies, they're a bit tougher. They can withstand blows. They have flesh on them and stuff. But when you need more manual dexterity. You usually clean off the bones and make skeletons, and so archers tend to be skeletons, and zombies tend to be the foot soldiers. Then
Since I'm
Batu, yeah,
Yes, I'm
and
sorry. And since I'm used to this in the duchies, can I check for any sort of signet in there? Well, we know that they're from
Abel
uh
found that they had the crest of House Seabreeze on them.
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna hold on to
but we
at least one of those.
destroy well we as if we were there. Seabreeze lost the fight, right?
Yes,
Against
House Seabreeze has been vanquished.
Yeah,
Yes.
they've been wiped out.
So is House Seabreeze undead or is someone controlling that? I was trying to see if there was anything else,
If there was
but
any
I
like,
forgot.
you can make an Arcana check, see if there's like marks or branding or something. If that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because I feel like being from the duchies,
Yeah.
except like I've seen my share of the undead, and would know that while they may carry the house Seabreeze, they might have. Oh,
Okay. So you look at them. So what you know of sort of how the undead work in this sort of area and stuff. Uh, One, you would know that the reason that you got a divine essence off of them is that the undead are made by the clerics of Rithmus. They are dead bodies that are procured by the church or given to the church, and the church is paid for their efforts to sort of raise them into a, you know, undead that will take orders and command. There's not. It is uncommon to find just mindless undead wandering the land in Aventicum. Uh, there was for quite a while a lot of mindless undead in the city of Avency, and that is what the Regent Lord appeared and solved by sort of taming all of them, and where his power base comes from. But undead in this world are created and controlled with purpose, and almost always involves a cleric of Rithmus. There are sometimes, incredibly rarely, to the point where you cannot think of an example, but you were told like rumors that there sometimes might be clerics that go rogue and do stuff, but you've never heard anything of it actually happening. They're usually very tightly controlled and regulated. Uh, because of that, there are symbols and stuff that are on undead, but they are holy symbols of the church. It is not a necromancer will put their own mark on it to like show proof of their work. The priests of Rithmus are not like that. They're not craftsmen like Felmar is. This is just a business. They make the undead and then they provide them as a service to whoever is paying them or providing the bodies.
okay. I don't know if there was.
So no, there. I would also say that in sort of like inspections and stuff, there is a crest of House Seabreeze, which means either these bodies were wearing the armor of House Seabreeze. That doesn't necessarily mean that's who controlling them. That's just the armor that they're wearing. Right?
That's where my
Well,
thought process was.
but it does mean that somebody sent them. Like this wasn't just wandering undead. This is an assassination attempt, almost certainly.
Yes, and Alina would also know that usually when undead are, especially in the duchies, when you get a force of undead, you put them. It is considered the rules of warfare of polite society to dress your undead in your liveries and to not just put somebody else's house crest on them. People do it. It's underhanded and subterfuge, but it's not usually done.
Like an
Usually, if you have a
assassination attempt?
yeah, for
Which
something like
is
that, yeah,
kind of underhand and subterfuge.
Well,
yeah, and that's also the duchies. You're not aware of. There's not really uh, a greater history of undead in Bosmar until relatively recently with the invasion of Colmar and the abundance of bodies from that.
but we did find on the body of the Duchess the letter that was supposedly from House Seabreeze, yeah?
That had the seal of House Seabreeze, yes.
So either like somebody's either trying to make it seem like Seabreeze is still active, or Seabreeze is just still active, right? It could be just a glass onion.
that is your a conclusion, but you could draw
Yeah.
either way.
Um,
It looks like our
And they don't like you
escapades with
or
the goblins
boats.
gotten back to them.
That's okay. I don't like me either.
they don't like
Uh,
somebody on this boat.
Oh.
Elena,
Go
I
ahead
will
and
also
give you a
say
hug.
this is for Vet Arcana. This is 2 squadrons of undead. And they were both commanded by a white, which are what the knights were, which are more powerful undead that are able to like give commands to lesser undead on behalf of whoever is controlling them in turn. So the person who controls these doesn't necessarily need to be nearby because the whites handle more complex orders. They're not necessarily intelligent, but they are able to. They can be programmed.
Like, how expensive would this be?
For you would need to make a history check. For Alina, these are like what soldiers are in
Yeah.
in the duchies, so she would not really have a context. Uh, pretty pricey. For just like to do all this for 2 squads of soldiers, this is a decent investment.
Yeah. Um, that's
I'm
what I
serious though. Do
figured.
you think that the things with the goblins? Do you think it got back to someone and they were displeased?
I think so.
Because with the timeline, they're undead. They don't need to sleep. So the travel time, if they were coming from,
Well, they knew we were coming, right? Because like, this is a pretty heavily trafficked river, right? Like we've said, this is a major trade route. So
Aye, this net couldn't have been here all night, or else it would have snagged whatever people left in the morning ahead of us. They must have raised this specifically to snag you fuckers.
yeah. Um, so this was a deliberate attempt to get at us. So the question is, who all knew that we were going this way? Um,
Galahadrian raises his hand.
yes. Did you hire the assassins, Galahadrin?
He shakes his head.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we can eliminate you as a suspect.
I didn't do it either.
Yeah.
Just want to be clear.
we appreciate your honesty.
I
So that would leave uh,
Your uncle,
my
the
uncle.
servants in your uncle's home. Well, I'm assuming at least 1 or 2 of them knew.
Yeah. My uncle would have had the most warning out of everybody. Because like I'm assuming this, I'm thinking this in my head, like I'm thinking asking this out of character. I'm assuming that getting a squad of undead, let alone 2 each led by a white, is not something that you do like quickly,
Oh, yeah, no. They would have needed to be in the area beforehand.
right?
Yeah.
So they were ready for us. So I see 2 possibilities. One is that my uncle was trying to set me up uh, somehow. I don't think that that is likely. I think I'm probably too useful for him to do that. Um, the other possibility would be the people that he's trading with. We're trying to get a discount on the shield. Um,
Well, what about the twisted version of the religion? The nature one. Which god was that?
Carrick?
Carrick. Is priests of Carrick that live in the woods, the twisted ones. I mean, the plants could just have spread word of what happened. There are plants everywhere.
Hmm. I mean, it's possible. Um, I don't know that they would strike at us in this way at this moment.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think about who all the possibilities are. If any of you have any ideas of who could have sent these assassins, please feel free to speculate.
I am not one to cast any sort of blame on the church, but the bishop did know we were coming through this route. I thought it would be best be stated for honesty's sake.
You told the bishop, like, just before we left, though, yes?
Correct.
So he would have had to have set this up on the fly. Do I happen to know, do the bishop, and it was the bishop of Felmar, not the bishop of Rithmus, yeah?
It was the
Correct.
Bishop of Felmar,
Yeah,
yes.
that knew about it.
Corin Baileybrook, yeah.
Right. Um, I guess, can I make like a history check to know if he keeps squads of undead on hand?
Oh, you would go ahead and roll a history check. Let's just see how
Okay.
that turns out.
I mean, I imagine the DC is not high.
No, that would be like very no.
Okay.
Like that's not undead in this area are weird, or are uncommon, except for a few of the houses who are pushing in occupied Colmar. And for a priest of Felmar to do it, they just it's not done.
Right.
I do recall at our at the party that someone mentioned one of your father's courtiers of Rithmus. They had some sort of grievance with him. Maybe this is their way of taking out a grievance.
The Bishop of Rithmus, you mean?
Perhaps.
You would know that the people at the party. Let me just read them down again, for everybody knows. So there was uh, Bishop Blackbriar of Rismus, Bishop Baileybrook of Felmar, Bishop Elenthe of Carrick, and then there was also Baroness Zemelda Franck, who owns some of the lands near this stretch of river, but is one of your uncle's allies. Count Gavin Cheltencastle, the father of your aunt, uh, Sir Lucius Velicamp VI, who is the one of the sons of the Marquis, and then Baron Derek Blackbriar.
Oh, well, the Bishop Blackbriar, the Rithmus one, I recall him having some sort of grievance with his liege lord, your uncle. He might not have any grander scheme. Maybe he just wanted to disrupt your uncle's plans because he does not like your uncle.
There is Bishop Agatha Blackbriar, and then
Yes,
her nephew Baron Derek
the
Blackbriar.
bishop, the bishop one.
Okay.
Hmm. It's possible, but I feel like there are more things she could do than try and have me assassinated. And also, if I recall, didn't you go and speak with her, Eilina? You're acquainted,
Different
correct?
bishop.
No, I think Eilina went and talked to two out of the three bishops, yes?
No,
Oh,
he only spoke with Elenthe. Unless, correct me if I'm wrong.
Wasn't there
Wait,
a
who
whole
did I?
wasn't there a whole conversation with like
Uh, Alina, as far as I can remember, left the party early and spoke with your uncle Lunar Spirit, and then went and visited the Bishop Elenthe at the Cathedral of Carrick.
So I've spoken to the Bishop of Carrick and the Bishop of Felmar.
okay,
Yes.
but not the Bishop of Rithmus.
No.
Okay, so you did talk to two bishops. I was just confused as to which two.
Yes.
And I assume would be just as taboo for a Bishop of Carrick to have undead kind of on retainer.
It's less taboo, and it's more stepping on the bounds of the separation of the church. It's not
Right.
their purview.
It's not their bailiwick.
Yeah.
Okay. So and also then she would also like you're pretty friendly with the the bishops. Like they wouldn't want to try and I guess how much would they be willing to risk your life take out me, right? Because like these guys did not discriminate amongst us, so whoever it is that attacked us did not care if you got killed.
I do not think it would be either the bishops.
Hmm.
Oh, and perhaps they're drawn to the shield. Its history was once in Seabreeze, so perhaps it calls to the undead that come from there. Maybe they hunt the shield, and it does not matter what information they have, just that they know the location of that.
Hmm.
That
If
is
they
an
were
interesting.
wild undead, I could see that as an explanation. But like we see the marks of the church on these undead. Like they were purposely created by the church, right? Like,
I would
can
go
I
so
tell that?
far and to say I don't think you would necessarily have a concept of wild undead.
Okay.
Like that's just undead are not typically wild.
So okay, so instead then I would probably scoff at that and just be like, that's not how undead work.
Yeah.
Right? They do what the church tells them to do.
Hmm.
Right?
Or whoever their owners are.
Yeah,
Well,
they
I
do
was
what
gonna
their
say
owners
they
tell
do
them
what
to do. I mean, if undead could disobey their masters and just do whatever they wanted, then that would upend.
Yeah, but what if their master asked them to get the shield?
Well, yes. So yes, but then we're back around to trying to figure out how they would know to send them here to get the shield.
Well, I think
Assuming that's what they're after.
their souls are tied to it. One of their heroes wielded the shield.
So you think they're taking advantage of that mystic connection?
Yes. Maybe.
I don't know enough about magic in order and the undead to dispute or confirm that. I don't think.
I have no idea how undead work, but I know that objects of great power do bind to people, well, to souls. I wouldn't discount it.
I really wish one of us was a cleric right now. Someone can't speak with dead.
That would be useful. Are there besides the mark besides the livery of House Seabreeze, are there like serial numbers on these things?
No, they're not that sort of marked or this isn't an industrial society in that way.
Right.
I mean, that's what I was
There's not
That
a
is
basically looking
again
for.
not a concept you would necessarily have.
they're not tattooed with property of such and
No,
such house.
no.
That's exactly what I was looking for
Especially
earlier.
since they're very in the duchies they are traded around and you identify your zombies based on what they're dressed in. So that's done not like on the zombie themselves.
They're fashion zombies.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That seems like it could be ripe for abuse, yeah? Like how
That's literally that is literally what the duchies is built on. Yes.
well, cuz like I'm just thinking like how do you guarantee you have control over a zombie? Like is there some
Listen, the
kind of
Dutches are
token?
messy.
Like yeah, like how do you assert control over undead in this setting? Like is it just it literally is just you have to do it trusting that the orders you give it will be obeyed and that whoever it was that handed them over to you ordered them to obey you and only you until ordered otherwise?
Alina would know that yeah, there's a command structure and magic. There's a whole you have to even if like military officers in the duchies know enough necromancy in order to command the undead under them. And when the command structure includes greater forms of undead like wights and such. So there's a command structure and a hierarchy, and it gets pretty technical, but that is what the duchies have been refining for the past, 300 years, is how to properly control undead and make sure that you're the one controlling them, and you can't just have control usurped on the battlefield.
Right. Yeah, because that would be a major security risk.
Yeah.
It's almost like electronic warfare, but like with necromancy. That's kind of a cool concept.
Yep.
Okay, so where was I going with that? So we're still trying to deduce who we think sent them. Either and
Rhythmus, the Rhythmus priest, the bishop, Bishop
hmm,
Blackbriar.
you think they would try and have us assassinated?
I think
You
that if
specifically.
they have an issue with with their liege lord, you would be an easier target than him.
Well, my uncle is not their liege lord. There's a separation of powers there. Uh,
Oh,
but they certainly do have their own internal politicking. So you think it possible that they're just trying to weaken my uncle's
his grasp on
grasp
his
on power?
territory. Yes. I mean, you're acting as his knight, yes?
Yes, I serve him.
Yes. So you are a prime target. Whatever it is you're doing, and I don't think they have to know.
So out of character, so we've established that if they were trying to do that, it would be reasonable for them to then put their undead in the livery of a dead house.
They could either have. I would say from your investigation, the armor is in such bad condition, and it hasn't looked like it's been changed or like maintained. But this is probably the armor these bodies died in.
Okay.
Because you got a crit on that investigation. I got to give you something for that.
Okay. So like yeah, so like the wounds on the body match up with the damage to the armor or something,
Yeah.
even for the ones that like we didn't stab them or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yes.
if is that a common thing for priests of Rithmus to do is to just leave them in whatever armor they were in when they died, or
Nope.
I feel
Oh,
like
absolutely
They're
not.
supposed to change that out. Yeah.
yeah. So okay, new theory. Um, so we know that there's some power out there that is some either corrupted or wilder power of Carrick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, presumably, like we can extrapolate that there might be some other similar equivalent for Rithmus and Felmar, uh, and
Yes.
and so then they would also presumably be have similar like themed powers and abilities that they would use, but would do them in this kind of uh, how would I put it? Uh, not sloppy, but like
Unconventional.
uh, disrespectful to the dead,
Hmm.
right? Like without the reverence given by a proper priest of Rithmus.
I have no idea.
I could agree with that.
So the question then becomes, uh, I guess, who do we think that would be?
I think there's a lot in this picture that we aren't seeing. And I don't quite know where to begin. I mean, we do. What did that note say again?
Which one?
Do I have the note we pulled from
Oh, the one from the
the
Duchess?
goblins?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's under documents, letters, and then found letters. It says, Your Grace, as per our agreement, in exchange for your continued support to destabilize the Velix River, the Royal House of Colmar hereby grants you the title of Duchess of the Garen Woods. Please find along with this official letter a magic crown, a gift from the King and Queen, to be used as the symbol of office for you and your descendant. May your reign be long and prosperous. So why would a letter from the king, assuming that this letter now actually might be genuine, why would a letter from the king and queen of Colmar be signed with the seal of House Seabreeze?
Good question.
Can
I believe when you checked at the time, you rolled enough that I said it's like, no, this seems like a letter that somebody would write to sound convincing to an uneducated goblin.
right? So maybe the bit about the king and queen is forged, but the seal is, I don't know.
The seal is the seal of House Seabreeze.
Right,
Like,
but like anybody
somebody
can make a
has
seal.
a seal of House Seabreeze.
Yeah.
I think that we'd have to investigate Seabreeze, what remains of it.
I also agree. I think that is our next step, other
Okay.
than this situation.
Is there like a Castle Seabreeze or something somewhere that we took
There
over, I
was.
assume?
It is now Castle Blackbriar.
Interesting.
The same Blackbriars who are the bishop and of
Rithmis
Rithmis
Bishop.
That's how the Baron became a Baron. He
and the
was a
Baron.
knight under the Marquis, and he killed the Marquis
Ah,
Seabreeze.
the puzzle pieces begin to fall into place.
Which is where isn't the shield itself
It came from House
from
Seabreeze, yeah.
It did,
House
yes.
Seabreeze, but it was lost at that battle.
Right.
So there's a good chance that your uncle, once again, I do not want to cast any sort of suspicion on your uncle, but your uncle stole it from Blackbriar, and
He
he
does
is
seem like he would.
getting it back.
Hmm.
This makes sense as a, like, I'm sending, he's sending his nephew out to, do some sort of exchange for something. They might not know, but
This line of inquiry sounds promising. Yes, I think we will need to investigate the Blackbriars a bit more closely.
I agree.
Oh, they were the only two people you guys didn't bother talking to at the dinner.
I know.
Well, I mean, it sounds
I
like
was very busy with the roses.
it was kind of in character.
Yeah.
um, hmm. So, all right, so we're coming up on time. That Vagabond wanted to stop. So I guess we should summarize and try and plan out what we want to do next.
We march to Seabreeze. We do a funeral. Maybe find a cleric to ask one of these knights what happened. We march up to the Blackbriars and we ask them if they're responsible. Then we go and do our shield heist.
Shield heist, burial, correction, rest, shield heist,
You have a
burial.
whole other day of sailing downriver before you get to Dranis.
Yeah. So assuming we don't get attacked again, then we should be rested by the time we get there. I think we do bring the bodies along. I think we put them in a crate and we nail the crate shut and keep a watchful eye on it.
Mm.
I don't really have any empty crates. We're kind of full. We have space to put them, just no crates to put them in.
All right.
Kaylin,
Well,
can you make a crate?
Yes,
It's
I
a
can.
lot of bodies to fit. How big a crate can you make?
Who is
It's also 18 bodies, although
Yeah.
a few of them are in pieces where you can
The
Tetris them in.
skeletons, yeah.
But yeah.
Do I know?
It can't be larger than 3 feet on any side or weigh more than 10 pounds.
Nope.
Yeah.
However, I can augment. No, I can't. I need side points to augment it. No, I can. No, not that large. No.
All right. Well, let's just stick them in.
Hmm.
We'll just have to keep an eye on them, make sure they don't move.
I don't like them.
Yes. I think that we'll need to take them to a Church of Rithmus to have them be properly taken care of. Do I know? I assume I know who the local like clergy
Yeah,
of
you would
Rithmus
know the
is.
bishop just from political stuff. I don't have a name to give you at the moment.
Okay.
But yeah, you would know the name. I need to fill that out.
Okay. Oh, so it would be a different bishop from the bishop in Pontem?
Yeah, it's a completely different county.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So assuming that they're not in league with the Blackbriars, we might be able to get some information out of the bishop there.
Yeah. I will also say Dranis is actually a city as opposed to Pontum, so it's got more influence, and the count there is more stuff. And then Blackbriar controls lands south of Dranis in occupied Colmar. So it's
Okay,
like Dranis is not his city, but he is closer to it than you guys are.
I see. Hmm.
I really think that, and I guess we can. I don't like to divide and conquer, but when we return, it might be easier if I spoke to the bishop, Blackbriar, right? There is a Bishop
Yeah.
Blackbriar?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Pontam.
Yeah, and you spoke to the Baron.
Mm-hmm.
Or well, you might need my backup.
Um, I don't think that they would try anything in my uncle's own domain. It should be safe enough. It's only when we're out in the countryside that things get a little iffy. Um, so we could probably split up to talk to them to try and see if we can wheedle some information out of them. But that would be after the shield heist.
Yes, I was just thinking ahead a little bit because
Yeah.
we have a solid plan for the shield heist.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just want to make sure I know / we know
Mm-hmm.
what we are doing
Um,
after.
okay. So general plan: get to Dranis, uh, take all of these corpses,
Mm.
probably find a place to store them, do the shield heist, take the corpses to the Church of Rithmus to have them seen to, and also see what information we can get about them. And then,
Well, I'm not sure. Just in case, I'm now living in like little conspiracy brain.
mhm,
If we do take it back to Bishop Blackbriar in Pontam, there's a chance that they did this.
right,
They were the ones, and while I do not hate the idea of sort of using it as leverage, I also do not like putting. How many bodies are there? 18? How many? 12?
Yep, 18.
I do not like the thought of putting 18 viable for them soldiers.
They are no longer viable after what you guys have done to them.
Ah,
is
Well, I
that
mean,
is
they
that
can be
going to be
made
a
into
problem?
little
By the way,
skeletons.
like, is that considered sacrilegious, or is it
No, after they're dead, they're just considered tools.
okay?
I mean,
It's what
it
happens.
was self-defense, if nothing else.
I mean, yeah, but that
Like, if somebody owned some skeletons and you just came in and destroyed them, it'd be destroying property, but
okay,
these attacked you, or at least you're saying they attacked you, and they're wearing the armors of a defunct house. They're not going to complain about it.
right?
Like,
My
Um,
question is the ones with like how many uses do you get out of a body?
they can last as long as, like, the decay is stopped. So they're, like, frozen at whatever, state of death they were processed at. So they'll last for a while.
That's not what I mean. I mean, okay, say I have hired a small contingent, say 18, and they go into battle and they get fucked up. Is that it for them, or is it burial time?
You can repair
Or
them to a certain extent. Uh, it takes resources and magic and spare bits and stuff to do that. That's part of what the Bishop of Rithmus that your parents employed. That's part of what their job was, is to oversee the other priests and maintaining the undead forces, and taking the ones that weren't viable, scrapping them for parts, using those parts on other zombies, and back and forth.
Okay.
so would I know from looking, because that is my concern, is walking or carrying 18 corpses back into who is potentially the culprit of these errant.
Oh, we wouldn't be giving them back to Blackbriar. We'd be giving them to this other bishop in the other
Oh,
city.
okay. I
Yeah.
forgot that there were two bishops because
Right.
in my brain I heard we are taking it back to Bishop Blackbriar, and I was like, I'm not
No,
walking in there
no,
with 18
absolutely
fucking
not. Yeah,
corpses.
I agree. That would not be a good idea. But I think we have to assume for now that the conspiracy is somewhat limited in scope. Uh, because if it's too big, then we're in pretty big trouble, and we're screwed kind of no matter what we do. So I'm
Well, I
assuming.
mean, knowing Lev, it might be big.
I mean, I know that out of character, sure, but in character, well, in character and out of character, I have to make decisions based
Everyone,
on.
Herb Puggington is the ringleader.
That's
No.
right.
Ah,
Sir Puggington is the source of the corruption. I knew it.
I say, woof woof.
Um, so I have to assume that the corruption is not yet widespread. Otherwise, we have much bigger problems.
exactly. That's why I was sitting here like, because yeah, like
Yeah.
I had I guess I was crafting too hard and my ears turned off when we
Mm-hmm.
brought up a different
Yeah.
Rithmus bishop, and so I was just like,
Yeah. No, it's
no.
the bishop of the city we're going to, whose name keeps leaving my head for some reason.
Granis.
Dranis. Yes. The bishop of Dranis.
Okay,
Um,
that
so
makes
who
much more
yeah,
sense.
who Abel is going to assume is not part of the conspiracy, and therefore to be interested in shedding some light in on what's happening.
Or maybe he's the one who did it.
I mean,
Ooh.
yes, that's also possible. Um, but
I love a good conspiracy.
at least as far as we know, they don't have a reason to. Um, so, um, you know, innocent until proven guilty. But yeah, if the conspiracy goes too deep, then we're looking at like a full on like holy civil war, which is like a whole nother kettle of fish from rooting out like a nascent heretical cult of some kind.
I mean, that's fair, but on the other hand, and this is just me spouting, uh, I mean, but the whole legend of King Owen and the Knights Eternal are there only to return when the world is about to, like, change? Great peril?
The so the prophecy is vague enough that before that most of you who grew up in Aventicum would have heard it of a thing that's like supposed to happen, but nobody really puts much stock in it, so it's the criteria for it is incredibly vague.
I know,
Hmm.
but this is just me
Well, but
spouting.
I mean, so yeah, so the fact that we think that you're a reincarnation of one of the Knights Eternal, or is somehow their successor, um, in some other way, is certainly concerning. But right now, we don't have any way to sort out how much of this is regular Basmar politics and how much is like apocalyptic stuff.
That
Yeah.
is true. So many
Which-
mysteries.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Galahadran, we're going to have to put on our detective hats and solve this mystery.
She is falling asleep.
yeah.
Hilarious.
And with
Oh,
that,
you're speaking to me. Sorry. Yes, the detective hats. It's definitely Blackbriar.
we also got a bloodhound.
Yes.
You meddling
So
kids.
Marrow is a very good reader of people.
just to be clear, so I understand our current running theory on the grand scheme, do we believe that there are people operating on the gods' purviews? Like the person for oh god, the name.
Rhythmus?
Yeah, Rhythmus, and the one for not
Carrick?
Falmar. Carrick. Exactly.
Yes, this could be a Blackbriar could be a spooky Rhythmus. A spooky
Got it.
Rhythmus.
I
A
mean,
dark
with
Rhythmus.
every religion, there might be people who take the purviews of these gods and twist them for their own gain.
You would
think
have
that-
no context of other religions besides the Trinity.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't believe in religion. I'm just
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's sinister forces at work for sure.
and it has something to do with at least two of the gods.
I mean, at this point, Abel is going to assume that it's just a full-on Trinity thing.
It always
Yeah,
comes in
fair.
threes.
Let's not use meta information on the person running the game.
um,
We know your tricks.
You don't.
That's fair. But we know your brain is evil enough to do things.
Well, yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, Abel doesn't suspect his uncle, but I, as a player, suspect that Whitewater is in on whatever this is.
I, not that man's niece, do suspect that man.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
So I guess our plan is go through with the heist, and then see what we can wrangle out of the other bishop, and then go from there.
Okay, so plan is sail on, get the Dranis, go to the Pinch Whistle Imports, do whatever there, go to the Cathedral of Rithmus, do whatever there. When you're in a big city, is anybody interested in shopping? Should I prepare shops, or are you guys just broken? It's not.
Yes, actually, I would like to.
If whatever shops you want to visit, put them in the group chat, and
Okay.
I'll do something.
Okay, I want to go to an alchemy shop and trade essences.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, or are we good to call it here?
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.